Come back home, the public protector advocate Busisiwe Mkhwebane is pleading with members of the public to help her pay for litigation. Several court judgments against her have resulted in Mkhwebane being ordered to pay personal costs, including paying the legal fees of the parties that she's been fighting or who have taken her on in court. The suspended public protector is today in the Constitutional Court fighting to keep her job. Here's Athi Mtongana with an update from there.
We're coming to you from the Constitutional Court in Johannesburg in the case involving the suspension of the public protector by the President, of course, soon after the decision of the Western Cape High Court, which invalidated the suspension by President Cyril Ramaphosa. The DA filed an appeal to actually halt the public protector from actually returning to office. We've heard arguments from the Democratic Alliance and, of course, the President and the Speaker of the National Assembly, as well as the legal counsel representing the chairperson of the Section 194 committee. I'm joined by the public protector herself, who's going to give us your feelings going into what we've heard today so far, especially on the part from the DA, which spoke to them preventing you from returning to office, which we know you've been wanting to return to office.
Indeed, today at least we will have to ventilate and finalize this matter finally. But as you know that the DA couldn't wait, now it's very clear why they appealed same day, whereas they had 15 days and the President 2 days thereafter. So you could see that they don't want me near that office. And it's very interesting that I'm not only focusing, or I was not going to focus on the Phala matter. They don't even want me to investigate.
On that matter, the arguments here, including ones from the President's side, is that that decision to suspend you was not coming from a point of him being biased or conflict of interest. And we've also heard some very strong words from the President's legal counsel saying some of the issues that you've pointed out in your heads of arguments are absurd. What are your views on some of those?
We will handle that when we argue and indicate why he's not upset. I mean, in the past, the President acknowledged himself in the Western Cape High Court that he is conflicted because there was still the Busisiwe matter, and that he wouldn't take that decision himself. But then now it's interesting that he would, or they would argue.
Lastly, before I let you go, I remember Advocate Dalimpofu Essie saying that it has become fashionable for you to be hit with personal cost orders. Even the last case which you applied for, going to the Supreme Court of Appeal, there that matter you were also dismissed with costs. How do you envision this would probably pan out in terms of costs?
I don't know. It's up to this highest court. I mean, they're the ones who set that precedence with the matter of Reserve Bank. Me paying personal costs as if I don't have family, I don't have means to sustain myself.
It's a lot of money. Are you able to afford it?
How can I afford it? How much am I earning? I don't have that money. And it's fashionable indeed for them. I mean, the Justice Madlanga in the past matter of SARS indicated that why must that be done. The former Chief Justice indicated as well what are the requirements to clobber somebody with personal costs. So, I mean, one former judge said it that they must just bankrupt me because he was saying it's difficult to remove me. I mean, it's for South Africans to see that indeed Constitutional Court and the courts, are they for the poor, the marginalized, or are they maintaining the status quo, or are they also for a certain class of people? So where would I get the money? It's fine. Then it means they would want to demand the money, which I don't have. You remember even the personal costs were paid by the public. Even this one, members of the public or any person who's willing to fund all these costs, please come forward and help. I don't have that money. Where would I get the money?
All right, thank you so much for your time. The Public Protector Advocate Busisiwe Mkhwebane, and of course we'll continue tracking the story. For Newzroom Afrika on channel 405, I'm Athi Mtongana in Johannesburg.